Hi, this is Dr. Neil Schwartz. If you've been watching some of my prior videos, you know that I oftentimes relate being overweight and trying to get fit to having a lot of acne and trying to get clear. Although the two situations are very different, they do share many similarities psychologically. What's more interesting is that the overweight psychology has changed over the past 3 decades due to a huge sense of awareness and consciousness to what gets us fit and what makes us unfit. The acne is just in its infancy of this awareness, and we can see the same psychological reactions to acne as we saw for being fat or being overweight in the 80s. For example, in 1980, when someone was overweight, people used to pity them as if they had bad genetics, or they used to believe them when they used to say, "I have a glandular disorder." The truth is, it's just plain old overweight. We know that it can all be fixed, and regardless of whether your glands are acting on it or whether your family is bigger in general, bigger boned and bigger muscled, we all know it doesn't matter, and we know that fitness is related to input and output and your activity versus how much you eat, and we know this to a science. The same self-victimization you hear about acne these days. For example, I have hormonal acne, I have a glandular disorder, I have PCOS. This same type of self-victimization is exactly what overweight people were saying in 1980 so that they could draw compassion and not make it from point A to point B. It's the exact same psychological phenomenon. One of the TV shows that really brought an awareness to how treatable being overweight was the show The Biggest Loser. It showed that no matter how overweight you were, and how much you struggled with fitness and how much you struggled with motivation and how much you struggled with your diet, anyone can lose enormous amounts of weight. The same is happening at the acne practice. As I show the full body of work and as I show the diversity of cases that can be fixed, people start to realize that all acne is beatable, and that the idea that someone could have a glandular disorder or PCOS-driven acne or hormonal acne or genetic acne or adult acne or teen acne or puberty acne, and that it can't be beat, becomes the misconception. It's exactly like in 1980 when someone overweight said they had a glandular disorder, and people said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I guess you're just gonna have to live heavy like this and have a bunch of surgeries, and it's gonna be really tough on you, and we're all gonna have to watch this go down." But nowadays it's different. If someone is overweight these days, friends and family say, "Hey, let's get you fit before you have to have a bunch of unnecessary surgeries and before you have real medical problems. Let's get you fit." And it's kind of like an intervention happens. The same will be true for acne as I bring a higher awareness to the reality that all acne is treatable. And that is one of the purposes of this movement. We're bringing awareness of the reality that all acne is treatable. And once everyone realizes that, we don't just allow someone to suffer in silence. We don't just allow someone to wallow in silence and convince us that they have some sort of mysterious glandular problem that is giving them an untreatable case. We know that is a misconception, just like it was in 1980 when someone overweight said, "I have, quote, a glandular problem." This is all nonsense. Being overweight's treatable and having acne is treatable. Both are very difficult, and both require a focused and organized approach to get you from point A to point B. I hope this video helps bring further awareness to the reality that all acne is treatable.